I am so excited about our guest today. He is so much fun. We have Quinn Murphy with us. Quinn is a celebrity makeup artist and the founder of Spatch. He regularly works with a celebrity roster that includes Kate Hudson, Sofía Vergara, Katie Holmes, Kristen Bell. And since we're friends and I'll cook him dinner every once in a while, he throws mercy on me and does my makeup. I just love him so much. And in addition to his artistry, he loves travel, he loves food, and he's going to give us all of his makeup secrets today. So, Quinn, welcome to All on the Table.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited you're here. We always have such a good time together. You're one of those people that every time I see you, I know I'm going to have fun.
Well, yeah, and I love doing your makeup, by the way.
Oh.
You know, some people, I love doing everyone's makeup, but there's some people who you really enjoy. I don't know what it is, your face, their coloring, all of it, your personality, that every time I do your makeup, it's just always so fun.
Oh, well, I always love the way that I look when you do my makeup. It's like, I feel like I look like myself, but enhanced.
Oh, thank you.
And you have a way of bringing out people's natural beauty instead of making them look like another person. You know?
That's what I try to do, is really like let the woman in my chair lead the way, let her individuality, features, coloring, where she's going, kind of all inform what I'm doing. And it's not about me kind of putting my stamp on the woman, but rather like doing the appropriate makeup for the appropriate event and to bring out her beauty. So that's what I try to do.
How do you do that? Like when somebody sits down in your chair, what are you looking at? What are you figuring out?
Oh, God. Everything, really. I mean, most of the time, if I'm working with someone new and they're a celebrity, I've kind of stalked them online. So I try to look at like their greatest photos, like when they look really good and also when they look really bad, because that gives you a lot of information. Like what went wrong? Why is this not a good photo? Why is the makeup not as good here as in another, photo? But I'm also trying to figure out who the woman is, like what is her reference for when she says, I want to look polished? What does that mean to her? Right. Natural. What does that mean to her? Because everybody has a different reference point. And then literally looking at their face and their coloring and how they, what I think should be accentuated and what I think maybe I would not want to go into,
So much of what you do is highlighting the skin and making people, I don't want to say shine, because it's not like you're making them shiny, but shine in the sense that they look their best. I've always been a believer that beauty routine starts with what you eat. What do you think as far as food and beauty and diet?
All of it plays a factor. Genetics, first of all, is a big thing. Like people compare themselves to other people and you see a photo and you think that that's like what their skin really looks like. And a lot of times there's a lot that goes into it. But I would definitely say food, sleep, diet, stress, everything plays a factor into your skin and the way that you look and feel. So if you haven't slept a lot and you're feeling like, crap,
sleep,
it's probably going to show.
Everything is about the sleep. Sleep's really top of the pyramid.
That's like one of the only things I think I get enough of. I just really somehow I prioritize sleep. I'm so boring.
Don't tell me that.
I'm not somebody who can get 6 hours and be normal. I'm like waiting for my nap. I'm like, no, I got to have an hour nap later in the day.
I have to have sleep too. I have to go to bed early. It's like a non-negotiable. If I have to stay up late, I just feel like crap the next day.
You know what's hard is when you're traveling or like taking a flight to like land if you have to work and like, look your best. That's hard, especially after 40. Like, you need a day.
40, right?
You need a buffer. Yeah.
No, that was actually something I wanted to ask you about, because I know you'll have to travel so much for work. You'll be on a flight and you get up, you hit the ground running, but also these celebrity clients are doing the same thing. They're flying and getting up and going to work. What's the secret for looking good? Like, is it because they have somebody doing their makeup, or would they really look as bad as the rest of us?
Sometimes. Sometimes. I have a trick that I like sounds kind of obnoxious, but if you're lucky enough, you're flying for work and you're in business class that lies flat, keep it 6 inches from like fully flat so that your face isn't like, I don't know the science of it, so that you're not laying down and everything's like falling.
Right.
You breathe better and like you just get more restful sleep. Like if I ever have $1 billion, I'm going to build a bed that goes like on stilts 6 inches at night so that you're like at an angle.
Quinn, you can just get one of those adjustable like you see on the infomercials.
I know. It looks like an old folks home. I
Yes.
actually tried. I ordered them on Amazon and they were like these like plastic stilts. And I was like, no, that's not going to work.
Well,
It looks
just
so
get like
bad.
a hospital bed. You lift
I
you
want
up.
hydraulics. I want like a real version of it. Like,
And the one that where it's the both partners have the adjustable side, so you
Exactly.
can have it the way you want.
that will be what it is, by the way. I'm going to lose this battle. I'm never going to get that. I even bought one of those pillows that like is at an angle, but then I'm a side sleeper and then my back hurt.
Same. I
But it
sleep
makes
on
a
my
difference.
side.
Not sleeping fully flat, I think, is a big game changer.
What else on an airplane? Are you like putting on eye patches? Are you wearing special moisturizer?
I mean, that helps.
that
Not
is that
drinking
BS?
when you're flying helps. I mean, you want like your drink in the air, but it definitely like one drink feels like 3.
I know.
you know.
I don't drink on airplanes either.
Yeah.
It's like I always want to because you want that feeling of relaxing, but then I think you feel a million times worse.
Totally, especially if you're crossing time zones. I'm kind of a purist. I think definitely moisturize or put on something that's rich and go to sleep.
Moisturizer do you use?
That's a really good question. I will have a different answer a year from now. A bunch of different ones. It really, for my clients, it depends on their skin and like how much moisture they need. I do think most women and men over moisturize. There's so many claims in moisturizers now, or there always have been, that I feel like what I would love is a moisturizer that just like gives you maximum moisture without like clogging your pores or causing more problems. And then if you want to do anti-aging stuff, like use a retinol or, wear
Do you
sunblock.
think
But
you should use a retinol? I don't use
Oh, yeah.
one, and a few different people told
Oh,
me I
yeah.
should.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so when do you put it on? Do you put it on in the morning or night?
So
Or
you
does
put it
not
on at
matter?
night because it's not
Okay.
photo stable. Like if you put it on in the morning, the sun's not good for it.
Okay.
I use tretinoin % every night
Do you put it all over?
on my face and neck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neck.
I mean,
dude.
the two holy grails of skincare for anti-aging is sunblock, sunscreen, and a retin A type of thing.
Mhm,
It
to get
really
on
works.
that.
It's really
Yeah.
great. It helps like with your pores. Blackheads on your nose.
Do you pop your blackheads?
They're not like the poppable kind. You know what I mean? It's more like, I don't know.
I get in there and start picking at it.
I would,
I know you're not supposed to, but I love it.
I would. I mean, yeah, if I have a pimple, I'm not going to go out all day with a whitehead.
No.
Even though like you should and leave
Yeah.
it alone. And it does make it last like for like the redness will then last 2 weeks, But who's going to be like, oh yeah, I've got a visible whitehead. I'm just going to walk around town. It's like, get rid of it.
I did the other day because I had one that was like right above my lip. It was a little whitehead. And I thought, if I pick this, I'm going to look like I have a huge cold sore. And so I'm going to leave it.
Good point.
And I had this whitehead and it would not go away for the life of me. I mean, I think if I hadn't gone into food, I would have been an esthetician and done facials. Like, I love to pick
Oh,
stuff.
I can't watch those gross
I love
videos.
them.
I can't.
I love
It makes
them.
me like itchy and
I
no.
love when it comes out like whole wheat spaghetti.
Oh no! Oh, that's so
Awful, right?
gross.
So
Oh no, I
gross,
don't like
so
that.
gross. Well, it makes me think when you say it's red. That's what Spatch is all about, is
Yeah.
that color correcting. And so tell us a little bit about what Spatch is, how it works, because you've used it on me and it really is like a miracle concealer color corrector. And it's, I think it's one of those products where you need somebody to explain to you
Yeah.
how to use it. And then once you know how,
After a day,
it's
you can be
amazing.
a pro with it.
yeah.
I had
So walk us through it and why you wanted to do it.
So I had a young client who had acne, and I didn't want to put on so much makeup that it looked like a mask. I wanted to be able to do what appears to be sheer foundation and a little bit of concealer and not have it look like a ton of makeup. And also have her go on the red carpet after I do her makeup and go and have something that lasted and looks natural. And I thought I needed a powder. You can still use a cream or a liquid foundation if you want to, or you can use it on its own, but powder doesn't add any texture. So it allowed me to kind of go over each little pimple color correct it without adding a ton of makeup on top. And I think anybody who had acne tacitly understands the concept of it. But you can also use it for like hyperpigmentation, melasma, any kind of color, any color on the face that you want to neutralize, you can use this for.
I have those couple little spots of melasma.
It's really good for melasma because there's a peachy shade I have, and then the darker shades orangier, and they really just like lift the brown out and brighten.
How do you correct color? Like I know that, what is it? Like you put yellow for red or tell me what that is.
Basically for these purposes, anything red, you want to put something green on, because if you think about the old school color wheel, red is opposite of green. And when you put the opposite color on top, it neutralizes it. Instead of doing green, because that's really hard to kind of blend and it looks odd on the face, I made it more of a khaki color. So it's got some green undertones in it, but it's much closer to skin. Okay. So it's easier to use, easier to blend. You're going to get the canceling of the red without it being like scary and green. And then anything dark, if you want to brighten, basically anything brown, anything that's bluish, purplish, dark that you kind of want to neutralize, you want to put something orangey, right? So I call it peachy for the lighter skins, or kind of more tangerine for the darker skin, but it's the opposite on the color wheel. So that's the basic principle. And those are the two main colors that you're correcting in skin.
Walk me through. Let's say I wake up, I had a rough night's sleep. I've got dark circles under my eyes. I've got a kind of splotchy looking skin. What do I need to do to make myself look presentable? I feel like it's gotten a lot harder over 40.
What do you need to do? Well, makeup wise, I would say definitely some kind of creamy concealer under the eyes, maybe with a little bit of a peachy tone to kind of counteract the dark kind of bluish, purpley darkness under the eye. I would put as sheer foundation as possible that you can, to just kind of even out but not cover. Because the idea of foundation isn't really to cover. It's just to it's to kind of give a balance. Right. And then I would go in with Spatch afterwards and go, okay, I think of it like a retoucher. You're like, oh, okay, look at the photo. And you're like, what do I want to kind of like just get at the last minute and kind of like, neutralize.
So would you go under the eyes?
I'd take the peachy shade under the eyes and tap it on top. And it's also going to set your makeup that's underneath
good point.
at the same time.
Okay, so do the creamy concealer first. Would you put an eye cream on
You
first?
can do it without the concealer, but I would say that it just depends. Like men, like I use it like with nothing underneath, but I don't want to look perfect. I just want to take it down.
Yeah. I want to look perfect.
Yeah. I don't really think you need a specific eye cream. From my point of view, any moisturizer is good enough to put under your eyes as well. That is just kind of another thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. You're saving us money.
Yeah. You really don't need a special product for under the eyes.
Okay.
You can use your regular moisturizer.
Now, is it true that some serums, like I saw a thing that if you used hyaluronic serum, that could make your makeup come off faster? Like that it makes makeup kind of pill?
It depends on the formulation and the way that it's and what vehicle it's in. So there are some primers and some makeup and some moisturizers that might have too many silicones or something in it that would pill, or a lot of sheet masks that people do before.
Really?
Those really, like I often have to wipe off the residue with like Bioderma, like cleansing water, because you put foundation or something on top of it and it's not stable and it starts to pill. And every makeup artist knows this feeling when you've like done the skin and you're almost like you're moved on and then you're like, oh my God, the makeup's pilling, because the client had some product that you're not aware of how it interacts with, the makeup that you're using.
Oh, that's so interesting.
It's definitely worth it to know how your skincare is going to work with your makeup, like not on the most important day of your life.
Yeah. So like if you're going to go into an event or it's your wedding or should you just use the most basic of basic moisturizer that day?
Or the one that the makeup artist knows works well with their makeup.
Okay. But like, when I get up and take my shower before I go to the show to get my makeup done, I always want to put moisturizer on because my skin feels tight after I wash it. Should I not be doing that? Should
No,
I
I
just be
think
coming to
you
you
can.
dry?
I think I wouldn't do necessarily like a mask or unless you're going to do the mask and then take it off, like really cleanse afterwards, because that's where I find a lot of pilling happens with certain types of masks.
Is that the same with the under eye mask that everybody puts on before?
Haven't had as much of an experience with that because it's such a small amount of real estate on the face, but I'm sure.
Yeah, I wonder if that makes your concealer come off under your eyes and then your dark circles start to show through.
The whole thing about that, I think a lot of women use, and especially young women use, like these really expensive, really emollient moisturizers that maybe are not, they're too strong, they're too much for their skin, and they say, oh, makeup just slides off of me. I don't know what it is. My face doesn't hold makeup.
Quinn, my face just ate this makeup.
Ate this makeup up. It's probably because your moisturizer is too emollient, it's too rich, and what happens is that there's nothing for it to kind of adhere to the foundation, and it slides, and it's like greasy. Like you can use an oil to take your makeup off, like an oil cleanser. It's basically like having that underneath your makeup. It's going to start breaking it down.
Do you think we're just using too many products?
Yes.
Yeah.
And not the right ones. It doesn't make sense to spend all this money on lasers and treatments and really expensive skincare if you're not wearing SPF, right? If you really want like a really effective anti-aging product, tretinoin costs $10 from the pharmacy.
Wow.
And it's stronger and better than, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but then what people charge, $150 for a retinol product, that this is like the real deal. So I would save your money for procedures, maybe like other little things, and get a really good moisturizer that performs the way you want it to, that has a finish that you like, that feels nourishing. But I don't think you need all the claims, because you can get that result with other products. It's not every single product you put on your face doesn't have to promise something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just want something to do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. And sometimes I wonder if the products are competing with each other on my face. Like if one's doing something than the other one, and like is the chemical interaction not right?
Yeah, I think if you have a 9-step skincare routine, you might be overdoing it, and your face could potentially be kind of irritated after a while. It's a lot of stuff to put on.
My dermatologist told me that people who are always changing products are the ones who have what they think is sensitive skin, when really it's just that they're irritating their skin because they keep changing products.
You're increasing the amount of things you're putting on, so you're increasing potentially the number of irritants.
Like you said, saving your money for the treatments.
Yeah.
And not just treatments like a facial here and there, but the actual getting in there and doing a laser, something like that makes a huge difference. I just did all therapy. Have you know
what is
about that? It's a really strong laser. I did it from my neck to under my eyes.
Wow.
And I was told that it would be really painful. I didn't think it was as painful as people had made it sound. It didn't feel good by any stretch of the imagination. But it's only been a few weeks, and they said you really see it at 6 months, but I can already feel like I'm seeing a lot more tightening under the neck and through here. It almost makes me feel like I look like I lost about 5 pounds from it, because I was starting to get that underneath my chin where it's like just a little, just not as tight as it used to be. And now I feel like it's going back.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're going to have to let me know how that is.
Yeah.
It's really like... People, when they're younger, don't think about things, but it's really your neck that's going to get you in that chair.
Yeah.
Like it's the neck that goes first and that really bothers people. And like there's other stuff that you can kind of overlook, but the neck and the jawline is what people go to the doctor.
The jawline really is what gets you. So when you do people's makeup, can you tell if they've had work done?
Usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm you got to kind of think of it.
Here and
sometimes, or just... I mean, sometimes you just know because if they're of a certain age and they just look amazing, it's kind of by deduction. You're like, it's impossible to have that at that age. And then you want to ask them, what did you do? But you got.
Do you think a lot more people have had facelifts than let on?
In the last 2 years, beyond. They're really, really good now. and they finally caught up to what you would kind of want them to be. They no longer look like wind tunnel and pulled. And with these deep plane facelifts, like it's become like a huge thing.
No, when people look dramatically different, I mean, everybody was talking about Anne Hathaway after that fashion show, how good she looked with her hair and the ponytail. And then you'll hear people say like, oh no, I can do it through makeup and hair. I wondered, like the way she had her hair pulled back so tight, that can give a lift. Like, can you really with makeup manipulate to look that much younger and tighter?
No. You can look better, and like a great haircut, you can look, as a man. Like if I get a great haircut, I'm like, this is better than Botox. Like, but
I feel like that when I get my eyebrows done. I'm like,
there definitely everything adds up. You know what I mean? But in terms of changing the tautness on your face, or the actual structure and the actual, like, there's no way to do that unless you've done some type of like procedure at a derm office or gone under the knife.
What about any kind of contouring? Does that really make that big of a dramatic difference to make someone look different?
Yes and no. Like, especially on camera or on video, contouring can be really effective. In real life, it's not two-dimensional. Like you see someone in 3 dimensions. So, you turn your head, it doesn't look as flawless. In real life, you're going to see a little bit more of like the shading and everything. There's ways to do it where it's like really, really like heavy contouring, and then there's ways to do it with like bronzer or with a really subtle powder contour that looks natural and you could wear it in real life.
How can you do a light contour without, like, I'll go on Instagram and see people do it and they look insane. It's like they put like white under their eyes.
Half the time it doesn't really look like that in real life. Like it's a lot of filtering and crazy. Like you would look crazy if you walked in real life. And
ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Like I'm certainly not doing that every day. Like, what's a light way to make your cheekbones look like they're more pronounced and make your jawline look better? Like, how do you do that?
Probably something, a powder. A powder is going to be the lightest sheer.
So not like when you see people with this cream sticks.
That's going to be the next step.
Okay.
If you just want like really light, like a suggestion of contour, but you don't want to look crazy, I would say start with a powder.
Okay.
There's a lot of great products out there. I happen to love the Kevyn Aucoin contour powder. In medium. It's just a really good kind of for light to super tan skin. It's like a good color. And I would say start with that. Start and get a good brush that's like not too dense where you see everything, but not too fluff, something in the middle. Like look for a contour brush and start slowly and build. Like you don't put a ton right away. Like do a dusting and see how you like it, and then do a little more. If it's not enough, then you can add the cream underneath it. And
do you put foundation on before that, or could you just put on a tinted moisturizer?
You can do whatever you normally do, and then this would go on top. Powder on top of cream. Right.
Okay.
So always do the liquid first and then the powder second.
Is a tinted moisturizer enough for coverage?
That's a personal preference. Do you want to look flawless and perfect at the expense of looking like you're wearing a lot of makeup? Or do you need that? And, some people are at a time in their life when they need a little more coverage. But if you don't need it, I always try and do as little as possible to look great, but not look like you've added a lot of texture.
It's hard to like get the right amount of coverage and not look heavy.
Yeah.
And like, I don't ever want to look like, oh, she really did her face, but I also want to look good.
The key is to layer, is to do a little bit of concealer under the eyes and around the nose and like anywhere you need it. And then sheer foundation, and then go in with Spatch and do like the little perfection at the end.
Yes.
That keeps it as transparent sheer layers of coverage instead of just boom putting something on and then it's like flat, and then you lose all of your features kind of when the coverage is too much. Then you have to bring it back with other things like blush and contour, and if that's your bag, that's great, but not a lot of women want to erase their face and bring it back. They want to just work with what they have in the best way and the fastest way, and get on with it. It's
kind of like cooking. Like you can't take something away after you've put it in. Like, so you want to start out light.
That's right.
And then gradually add more spice, add more seasoning, Whereas if you just dump all the salt in from the beginning,
You'll never get it out.
Yeah, you can't get it out. So
That's
same
so
thing with the
true.
makeup.
That's such a good analogy. It's like good food. I like when you add little subtleties, you go, what is that? That flavor in there.
Yeah.
With makeup too. If it's just like, boom, I put on the foundation, boom, I did the eyeliner, and there's not these little series of small details.
What are those little small details? Because when I do my makeup, it takes me like 5 minutes. When you do my makeup, it's like 45 minutes. What are those little touches that take it from somebody doing their makeup at home to an artist who really knows what they're doing? What's the special touch?
To be honest with you, it's your eye. It's just about what you see. And when I was assisting and everything, I would see people doing makeup and think, how did they get there? Like, I saw the girl come in and I didn't see it. I didn't know how they saw it in her to where she ended up. And I think just by repetition and by training your eye to see things and to really look, like, that's the thing about doing makeup. If you want to, in my opinion, be a great makeup artist or do great makeup, is to really like examine and look at the person who in your chair, that you're not just doing the same thing on everybody because you think it looks good on everyone. Everyone is different and needs something different.
All right. Well,
so that's a hard answer.
You've done my makeup a million times and you've seen me. So today I've just got on like my tinted moisturizer and some bronzer, whatever. What should I be doing at home differently? Like when you look and see like what mistakes, be honest, what mistakes do I make or what should I be doing to do a better job?
I don't think you make a lot. I think you look great. I would brighten a little, maybe under eyes with something a little bit like brightening color, like the peachy shade I was talking about, and sheer. Everybody needs a loose powder or like a pressed powder for their T-zone. I would say like I use a beauty blender or a sponge when I do the foundation.
Okay.
And I layer it on and tap, tap, tap. And really like taking the time to make your skin beautiful is half of the battle of makeup. If you can create a really beautiful like skin, the rest is just easy.
How do you find the right foundation for your skin?
There's no easy way. You have to try. You have to buy different. You have to try them in real light. Like usually the lighting in stores where you would buy a foundation is like artificially lit and not good, and you think it works in there, and then you step outside. Like nothing's more truthful than daylight.
What's your opinion on drugstore inexpensive versus expensive makeup? Is there really a difference?
It depends on the product. I use both in my kit. If something's great, I just ordered a Wet n Wild lip stain yesterday online that I heard about. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get this. It's $5. We'll see if I like it. But if something's good, it's good. A lot of times the mass brands are called mass brands versus prestige, which is like higher end. Sometimes they're made in the same places, the products. It just depends on what it is. I would say the one thing that I might spend more money on are the foundations because, they might have a better finish or better wear. But if you find a foundation from the drugstore that is your exact color and you like the way it looks, there's no reason why that shouldn't be your foundation. It's just harder to find because you can't test them.
Right.
But by all means, I'm not a snob about that.
What do we need to do differently for summer makeup?
Ease up on your moisturizer. Find something that has more of a natural finish or slightly matte finish. Definitely a primer. So I use my primer just because I love it, but you can use other primers from other brands. But what I say about it is that you can use whatever skincare you want. And when I put my primer on top of it, it's gonna equalize it. It's gonna make it so that makeup goes on it well. So if you're really into this rich, like super rich La Mer type of cream, that's fine, because when I put my primer on top of it, especially in the T-zone and everything, it's going to make it so that now it's going to perform the way I want it to. So
you should do your moisturizer, your primer, and then move into
your makeup, and then also a setting spray.
When do you put sunscreen on? I'm always confused. Do I put the sunscreen on before I put my makeup on?
Yes. Do your moisturizer and skincare stuff, and then the last step of skincare, put your sunblock on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then get started.
Because I don't want to put something on top of the sunblock that's going to break it down because it's too important. So I don't want to put it on and then put something on top that's going to make it less efficient. I want that to be the last thing.
So,
And put it down your neck.
oh yes.
Like,
If you're
and
putting
your
it on your
ears.
face, put
And
it
the
on
back of your neck too, because
Oh, I never thought about the back
Yeah.
of the neck.
yeah,
Oh.
do it all.
Yeah, I never ever do the back of the neck. So switching gears a little bit, we talked about travel. We touched
Yeah.
on that. You travel so much, not only professionally, but personally as
Yeah.
well. I've talked about Jean-Pierre here on the
Yes.
show before. Ryan and I did a travel episode. Jean-Pierre, your partner, who is an amazing travel agent and travel planner, and you guys are always going somewhere. What are some of the top spots you've gotten to go for work or for pleasure
Oh, wow.
that you love going to travel and to eat?
Well, last year we went to Mezzatorre in Italy.
Oh, we both did that. You
mean-
guys went first and then we copied
Yeah,
you.
but you stayed for a week. I think we stayed for like 2 nights.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. I still think about it. I loved it. It's like basically on the island of Ischia in
Mhm.
Italy, like close to Naples, kind of. And it means half tower, Mezzatorre. So it's like this half tower building. And it was heaven. I'm lucky because of Jean-Pierre and what he does. We get to travel really well. And also he pushes me to go to places that I wouldn't think of or go to. I would go to Italy and France for the rest of my life. And
Same. I could do every trip
I would
there.
just never need to
It's
rethink
kind of
it.
like Jean-Pierre and Ryan should
Yeah.
travel together, and me and you should travel together.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm always glad when I go.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I never would have done this. And I'm so glad that we went, but it's not something I would do on my own. Even restaurants. So it's like some new trendy restaurant. And I'm like, no, I just want to go back to the 3 places and order the 3 dishes I get from
Same.
each one.
I want to go to San Ambrose
Yeah.
every meal.
Yeah,
Go for a
exactly.
bowl of
'Cause I'm like,
bolognese.
the new one is probably not got the kinks worked out yet. It might not be good. It's probably bad service. Like,
Yep.
why are we doing this? And it's
And
expensive.
spending so much money for it.
Yes, I'm like, no. We'll wait till at least 10 people tell us we have to go. And until then, I'm going to Hillstone.
Yes, exactly. And that's basically how I am with my travel now, because I'm like, well, it costs so much to go. It's such an ordeal.
Yeah.
I want a sure thing.
Exactly.
Now, for work, you're usually having to do Paris, you do
For work,
Cannes, LA.
A lot to LA. I was just in Madrid for the first time. I loved it.
That's right.
London.
Can you say who you were there?
I was with Sofía Vergara in Madrid. And actually, we were there during the Blackout. All of Spain,
did read
all
about
of
that.
Portugal,
Yeah.
part of France. Like,
Wait, so did the electricity go out for you guys?
yeah, our
So
whole
what
press
did you
day got
do?
canceled.
You're kidding.
No, we were there. We did 1 day of work. And then the second day, I went, okay, so this is something. When I travel, I like to do those bus tours.
Oh, I do too. I get
So
on the
nerdy.
double-decker bus.
Yes.
I love it.
You know why? Because I also am like, you know what? I'll see everything. And people are like, did you see such and such? I'm like, yeah, I saw it on the bus. Don't
Yes.
have to move. And then you see it all. And then if you want to go back and see something, you can. But I think it's a great way to like see a
so
city.
with you.
I love it.
I love the double-decker bus tours.
The best. So I got on the double-decker bus. I left the hotel. And then we were in like the worst traffic ever, like not moving. And then I didn't know it at the time. It was because all the power went out and the street lights were out and everything. I got off the bus, walked back to the hotel, and everything was dark. It felt like we were in like White Lotus kind of territory where it was like at a fancy hotel and everybody's eating still, but the power's out and it was like, ominous. And then somehow I knew that our group was up on the roof. So we walked like all the flights up through the dark, underbelly of the hotel all the way up. And then we were on the roof for like 6 hours eating whatever they still had on the menu. And it was like, we have a Caesar salad and we have like a tuna that's still good to eat and like chips, and I was like, I'll have one of each.
Tuna that's still good to eat.
Right. I was like, it was in the refrigerator, right? And then I think it was like at 10:30 or 11 at night, the power came back on and it was like, oh, but our whole day like was canceled and it was wild. But
Oh my God.
loved Madrid. I want to go
Crazy.
back. I hope that
Ryan,
means-
really, do you love when you get a job in Paris or Cannes? Are you like, ooh,
Yeah.
I get to go? Okay,
Yeah.
so you still have the enjoyment even though
I loved it.
you're
Yeah, because
working.
I like to travel, Sagittarius. So like it feels purposeful when I'm traveling. I get to go to places that, are amazing. Like I was in Greece for 2.5 months.
That was for Kate Hudson.
I did
right?
Kate Hudson during the pandemic for Knives Out too. And I don't normally do film, like
Mhm.
TV, well, movies. And it was just like the right time. It was like everything and nothing was happening in New York. And she was like, do you want to do the film with me? And I was like, yeah, go to Greece for, 2.5 months. So that part I'm super lucky. Every job has positives and negatives, right? But getting to travel to the places that I do, that's one of the positives.
What was the coolest place you've gone for work?
India.
India.
Love India.
Who'd you do in India?
I went to India for Chelsea Handler's show on Netflix, and we were there for like, oh, I don't know now, 3 weeks.
Oh,
or something.
wow.
But I had already been there twice. I love India. But that was the first one that came to mind. I love the food. I just love the colors. Like Rajasthan, the women wear all of these beautifully clashing, vibrant, saturated colors, and just the history and the people. I love that country.
Now, you grew up in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
You're from an Italian family.
Yes,
You
on my mom's
travel
side.
all the time. So you know good food. You love good food.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite spots here in New York City to eat? And we said we like to go the same places over and over again. I
Yeah.
could probably guess your number one.
What are my okay, this is one that is new-ish to me, but you know what I love is Atla. So
Yeah.
good. I love this restaurant in Fort Greene called Evelina.
Uh-huh.
It's just like I love the vibe. The food is very simple, which I like. Everything is just really well made. You can sit outside. Like we went with our dog Carol last weekend for like a special like anniversary or whatever. I love Gramercy Tavern.
Yes. We went there for your birthday.
I actually really like the front, the more casual tavern. I like both. But that is like old school New York, really good food. I love St. Ambrose too.
Love.
I love Hillstone. Waiting for them to give me a contract. I want to be an ambassador. Hillstone is a place that like is so American that if you moved to Europe or moved away, you'd be like, there's just nowhere. And I don't know. I think you have to be American to get it. Like you can get a steak, you can get sushi, you can get their artichoke and the best like margarita all in one place.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I want that to be my 50th birthday is to rent out a Hillstone. And I want it to be like a Hillstone buffet.
Yeah.
Just all of it.
Just, but you can't get in.
I know. Well, in New York, I found in LA, we had an easier time getting in. And then my best friend Kelly, who lives in Phoenix, she was like, this Hillstone that you talked about on your podcast, we have one. I've never been. I said, what do you mean you have one you've never been? And she said, well, you should come here because there's no problem getting in. They made a reservation like nothing there.
Wow.
So New York is, of course, New York, everything here is hard to get in.
They used to have 2 of them. Now there's only 1.
I want to ask you some food questions. What's your breakfast?
You're going to laugh, but I make those pancakes you taught me how to make.
Really?
Yeah.
The cottage cheese pancake?
I guess I do it differently. I put, like for 2 people, I put a cup of oatmeal. I put like 1 or 2 ripe bananas. I put a little bit of vanilla and
Any eggs?
and 2 eggs.
Oh, I got to try it with
I guess I don't use it
because I
with,
do the cottage cheese for protein. I do a cup of oats, a cup of cottage cheese, and 2 eggs.
maybe I can say I invented this,
Yeah, there you go.
but I love it.
What's your first food memory?
We used to go to this place called the North Beach Cafe, my family, and it's in North Beach in the Italian neighborhood in San Francisco. And they had this pasta della casa. It's like a ragu with a touch of cream and some peas. And it was like the best. Like we would go there just to get that.
Oh, that sounds good. What's a food that you could eat every day?
Like everything. I had a job at this, like, I guess it would be like a Dean and DeLuca type of thing. It was called A.G. Ferrari in the Bay Area. And it was like a deli, like a really high end deli. And everyone was like, after a month, you'll get tired of the food. I worked there for like years. I never got tired of the food. I would just eat salami, like slice the meats and eat it and like bend down under the counter and like stuff my face and get back up. I never got tired of it.
We both love deli meat.
I love deli meat. What would I never get tired of?
I'm always sending pictures back and forth with Jean-Pierre of mortadella sandwiches. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen a client eat?
I saw a client drink like 10 Red Bulls.
Ooh.
I'm not even kidding. Like before, going to an event. And I thought that was like kind of crazy. I was like, have 10 cigarettes at that point. Like, it's probably better for you.
Yeah. Oof, like drinking lighter fluid.
Yeah.
What's your favorite green room food?
You know what? Green rooms are notoriously bad. The funny thing is you go to these talk shows and with your client and they look so like it's like Hollywood and, glamorous. And they have like stale bagels. You're lucky if they have a Greek yogurt and like burnt coffee. And it's like really like literally every one of them are bad.
It is true. Like the worst coffee you've ever had in your life.
And like the producer comes in and it's like, do you want us to go to Starbucks for you? And you're like, yeah, why don't you just have like something here? Green room food is not good.
No. What's your favorite meal abroad?
We just went on this like river cruise and on the Danube, and the food was it was like a cruise with only like 50 people, 50 room. It was like super small. The food was incredible. And it was all like, so I love Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh yeah.
Like that's one of my death row like foods, Well, the Italian guy at the buffet, they were all like German or Austrian, but he was like, and they make a version of it, but it's one of the few things that another country makes better than Italians. There aren't many things. It's like one of two things maybe. Otherwise, Italy always makes it better. But he was like, well, you know why it's so good? He's like, it's deep fried in butter. And I was like, oh, thanks.
It's true.
I would like being ignorant about it.
I love watching the videos of making Wiener Schnitzel and they're basting it in butter and it's in that skillet and taking the spoon and just pouring that butter all over it.
It's like it might be my favorite food. So that I love, like that I would go back to. I like Austria anyway, but I would go back just to have that again.
Are you croissant or pain au chocolat? I know you're with a Frenchman. So.
God, that's hard. Probably the chocolat, I think, if I'm going to go for it.
Are you Paris or Rome?
Ooh, that's really unfair, but I would say Paris, because I've been there more now, is so... it sounds so obnoxious to say Paris is great right now. It's like the oldest city and like whatever. It's always been amazing, but there's something about the energy in Paris right in the last, like post-pandemic, it's incredible. There's young people everywhere, people hanging out. It just feels so alive. And I hope this doesn't sound pretentious, but other people I'm sure feel this way, that it's just a vibe.
Last question for you. What's your dream destination?
My dream, okay, we are dying to go to Villa Mabruka.
What's that?
It's this small boutique hotel in Tangier.
Ooh.
And it's just like every time we try to go, something like it's sold out or it doesn't work or the flight doesn't connect.
Well, it's like you have to plan kind of last minute because of your job.
Anything.
Yeah, because you get jobs so last minute.
I have no schedule. So it's really hard. But Villa Mabruka, it looks like heaven on earth. It's in Tangier in Morocco. I just am dying to go and stay there. And I want to go there and I don't want to do anything but just stay there. Like I don't want to sightsee. I just want to like.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Here, really not.
No, he will. And I'm like, you can go see everything, take a lot of photos. I will be here eating and drinking by the pool.
I love when you guys go on a trip because both of you post the best pictures of everything you're doing, everything you're eating. I always want to be with you. The next time you get a job in Paris, I'm just going to tag along and be your assistant because I'm jonesing for a trip there too. This was so much fun catching up with you. I get to see you all the time on a friend level, but nice sometimes to just sit the two of us and get to talk. There's usually a little small person named Iris who's interrupting us. So it's nice to just sit with you.
Thank you for having me. I mean, you've had such amazing guests on here that I feel so like honored that you would ask me to be on. I feel
so honored that you would be on it. I've loved it. I mean, how many years have we known each other now?
I'm so bad.
It's got to be a lot. It's at least a decade.
Yeah, probably. I think more.
Maybe more. Yeah. And I feel like in some ways we've kind of come up together.
Yeah.
And
been
a part of each other's careers and personal lives. Personally and professionally, we've been together for a long time. And it's just really wonderful. And I love you dearly.
I do too.
Thanks for doing this.